So the orc is traveling to Rothgard just like you wanted, and I may have some leads on the Khajiit.
Hey guys, it's Dookie Bomb here, coming to you with another episode of Elder Scrolls Online. How you guys doing today? Alright, we're just continuing the last episode's mission. Just gotta save Vivec. Oh, what's going on?
Maybe your small mind can understand.
Small-minded?
I'm here to collect your bounty.
That's crazy. Dookie, out! Try to catch me if you can, copper. Get up out of here. I'm gonna tuck and roll all that stuff, man. Get off me. Don't take my help. Haha, I'm invisible. Yeah, you missed me, boy. Don't play around with me. G Grizzly, get over here. Let's go. Alright guys, so I like theory crafting, whether that's putting together armor, or just coming up with cool classes that could be in the game, that should be in the game, or whatnot. I came up with something that's really cool. I would like to share that with you guys. With this introduction, with this new Warden, it's opened up the possibilities of other classes that would come into this game. With that said, I came up with this class that I would call like the Mindbender. Now obviously that name would change or whatever. I'm up for change. Please put in the comments below, tear this up or whatever, or add to it. But I have some stuff written down that I would like to share with you guys. So it would be called the Mindbender, and really the premises of this class is they would probably be the best sustaining class in this game. What I mean by that is that they can sustain their resources, their stamina, magic, and health pools better than most classes. Now obviously they're not going to be particularly healers or anything like that, but just being able to manage resources, and one of their main abilities is mind control. And I think that's a really cool element to add to the game, whether that's PvE or PvP. Let's just get right into it. So for this video, I'm only gonna do the first skill line. So if you guys don't know, there is 3 skill lines for each class, like 3 main skill lines, and then obviously all the other stuff comes into play afterwards. But the main skill lines determine the class. So this first skill line would be called Control. Let's start with the ultimate. The ultimate is called the Manipulator, right? So you can control enemies for 5 seconds. I know that might seem short for most, but if you play this game, 5 seconds when you don't have control of your character could be life or death in this game. So enemies can break free at the cost of 35% of magic and stamina pools. What I mean by that is that's more of a PvP element, because obviously if I'm fighting enemies in PvE, they're not really spending stamina or magic pools. You're only affecting their health. You don't really have to, you really don't interact with their stamina and magic pools. But if it's in PvP, that would happen. Regardless, if you do this ultimate in PvE, what that would look like is all the enemies would fight each other, and depending on how high of level they are will determine the results. But that's a really cool ability to have in a dungeon. You know, when you have all this other resources, you have a Templar, you have a Warden, you have a Sorcerer, you have a Tank, you have all sorts of things like that. Then you have this, the Mindbender. When they pop this ultimate, they're able to take a lot of, like, I don't know, they're able to take a lot more energy away from the DPS. So obviously this role could be a DPS or whatever, but the DPS doesn't have to maintain DPS all the time. They can take a breather with this resource of the Manipulator for the ultimate, because if if the players are fighting each other, then the healer could heal you guys while the enemies are fighting each other or whatever. It's a very useful skill, and 5 seconds is pretty substantial. So I also broke it out into morphs. So the morph 1 ability makes the ultimate gain faster for each target manipulated. So as you hit a big target area, depending on how many people are in the group, that will determine if you gain the ultimate faster or not. So that's a really cool morph to morph it to. I probably would morph it to that. The second one, the ability makes the target spend 10% more resources to break free. So that's more of a PvP element. And what that means is, like, so say if I actually fight a player with this thing, and I hit them, they lose control of their character, whether, I don't know what it would look like, they would just lose control. And there's some type of damage over time effect as well. If they break free using stamina, it also takes 35% stamina and magic from their resources. You know? So with this second morph, it takes another 10% away. Now I had these numbers way scaled up. I had the 50% off the bat, and then this was another 20%. My good friend Jay was just like, nah, that's way too OP. So I kind of dialed it down a little bit. Alright, let's get right into the first ability. Now all these classes have 5 abilities and 4 passives. Just keep that in mind. So this first one is called Mirror Attack. You can create a suit of reflection. When hit by an enemy ability, you're able to cast the ability back to the enemy, absorbing 50% of their damage. Alright, so that right there. And then also you're able to okay, so you cast the ability, all that stuff. So you're able to take on damage at half the cost, and then cast it back to the enemy. So this is using the other player or enemy or whatever resources against them, because you're not taking the full blunt of the force, and you're sending it back. Now all of the morphs are 5% stronger than what the enemy shot at you. Let's just get right into the morphs though. Magic morph can hit up to 3 more targets, so it becomes an AoE. You can hit more than one target, which is really useful. And the Stam morph scales off of weapon damage, so it's no longer scaling off of your enemy's damage, it's scaling off of yours. So these are that stamina morph is more for the high-end players. If you feel confident in your build and your damage, then you're able to cast it off of your stats, and that's a really cool ability, I believe. And how that would look again is that you just cast it on your body, and it has no time or anything like that. You just cast it on your body. This is pretty cool, right? So Brain Freeze, next ability. Brain Freeze, lock an enemy in place for 6 seconds. Enemies can break free at the cost of 20% magic and stam pools. Again, you see that magic and stam pools? This is just showing that it's taking resources away from you. It's that mind control. It's sapping energy. Alright, so Magic Morph. Drains enemy magic pool. Also adds 4 seconds to duration. Yeah. So it drains more magic. Stamina. It drains more stamina. Also adds 4 seconds to duration. So I wanted to keep it even with stamina and magic. I noticed that usually a lot of the morphs in this game, they are not really, I mean, they're balanced, but it seems like they favor a lot of the magic instead of stam. Alright, so Mental Restoration. Create a beam of magic that takes 7,000 health, magic, and stam from enemies over 2.5 seconds. Magic Morph. When target is below 20% health, ability is 300% stronger, and you gain 1,000 magic and health back. The Stam Morph. When you when target is below 20% health. Ability is 300% stronger, and you gain 1000 stam and health back. I just wanted to balance, like I said, the stam and morph, the stam and magic morphs, because I just feel like the stam kind of falls short sometimes, or sometimes the magic does. Like it doesn't. I feel like it should be a good balance. Some of these I just picked the same exact thing, but just the stamina version. So, you know, is whatever. So those the top 3 abilities, the mirror attack, brain freeze, and mental restoration, those are more attack, but they also give back resources, right? I tried to do that. The last 2 are more resources and buffs. So Share Gorath's gift restores 4029 health, magic, and stamina over 15 seconds. This is a really crazy hail, so that would probably get nerfed. But just for theory crafting purposes, let's just go into it. Magic Morph, restore that same amount, 4029 health, magic, and stamina over 15 seconds. But you can also restore 2000 more magic on top of that because it's the Magic Morph. And the Stamina Morph restores 2000 more stamina, right? And then Meditation. Gain major brutality and major sorcery, increasing weapon and spell damage by 28% over 20 seconds. The Magic Morph, gain a damage shield that absorbs 5000 damage for 6 seconds. The Stam Morph, gain damage shield that absorbs 50% of your health. So that's a nice little variation, and also it allows you to really pick whether you want to do Stam or Magic Morph. For something like that, it doesn't really matter. You don't want to spam that anyway, so you can go either way. It doesn't matter if you're a Stam or Magic build. Let's get right into the passives. Mind Whisperer increases physical and spell resistance by 500 for each control ability slotted. So the more you slot these on your toolbar, the more physical and spell resistance you have. Mind Mending increases health recovery by 200 for each control ability slotted. Again, it's just kind of having you pick this one class, this one skill line in this class. Projection causes minor lifesteal by 1% for each control ability slotted while in combat. And then Mental Toughness increases your spell and weapon damage by 8%. These are really cool abilities, and I know in the next episode I will get into the next skill line with this new class.
Have you only just arrived, or is this you returning? Can't always keep the cogs and pistons in line. Ah, I remember. The components for the tonal inverter. Were you able to acquire them?
Yes, I recovered the Sonance generator, the inversion conduit, and the manual clockwork shaft.
Impressive. I thought I'd never see you again. That's what usually happens when I employ hirelings to acquire rare and exotic items from dangerous locations. Well, the great gear doesn't dawdle, neither do I. Hand them over and I'll get to work.
Here are the items you requested.
One tonal inverter coming up. Connect this, tighten the spring. Don't explode. Ah, almost done. There. Do you like it, my latest creation? I call it the tonal inverter. Did I mention that already? No matter. It should counteract Sotha Seal's modified staff, at least momentarily. I assume you know how to use this, correct?
No, I don't know how to use the tonal inverter. Just made it, dude.
Of course you don't. I just invented it, honestly. You won't use it anyway, not if you plan to fight the one who wields Sotha Seal's staff. Almost impossible to operate the tonal inverter while also engaged in battle. It's too cumbersome.
So how do I use it to counteract Sonara?
The Sunara? The Blessed Staff? I suppose the name fits. Sort of. You'll need someone to assist you. Someone you trust. Oh, not me. Too busy. Too fragile. But using the tonal inverter is definitely a two-person activity.
Is the tonal inverter hard to use?
Easy as scrib jelly pie. One person operates the controls to generate the sound waves. When it reaches the proper pitch, you activate the inverter and discharge its energy to disrupt Sunara's power. Temporarily. Here, I read you instructions.
Alright then. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Here goes nothing.
Your presence defiles the city, Ashlander. How dare you demand to see our god?
I'm here to help. If you won't listen to me, listen to the Outlander.
Thank the three. The Outlander has returned. Was Barrozal able to help us? Pay no attention to this Ashlander. She's been blathering on about Lord Vivec's condition and how she can help, but I'm certain it's a trick of some sort. I was just about to have her thrown out of the city, or possibly tossed to the slaughterfish.
Come on, son, that's Surin. Chortla's sister. She helped me in Aldera.
I know who she is. I still don't trust her, and I refuse to let her
Alright,
anywhere near Lord Vivec. Who knows what an Ashlander would do while the warrior poet is in such a fragile state?
I need her help. It's gonna take two of us to operate Belazar's tonal inverter.
A tonal what now? Well, since I can't go with you, or with Lord Vivec requiring my undivided attention, I suppose we'll have to let the Ashlander assist you. Very well. Take her and defeat Chortla. Then bring me a staff so we can restore Vivec.
Sunara will soon be in our hands. Chill out.
If that old idiot is what passes for a tribunal leader, it's no wonder the houses are in such disarray. No time to dwell on that, though. I found my brother, and it's worse than I feared. Chortla's quest for power has led him down a dark path.
What do you mean, a dark path?
Chortla and his most loyal followers have taken refuge in a ruin called Kaushtarari. It's an ancient shrine devoted to the Daedric prince Malakath. I think my brother plans to ask the god of curses to help him.
Everybody gotta chill out. I got a device that will counter Sunara, but I'll need your help to use it.
It will allow us to stop Chortla? Then of course I'll help you. Since the Tribunal's dogs took my weapons, I'll need to replace them. Meet me at the ruins when you're ready.
I'll see you at Kushatari. I probably butchered that name, but I'll see you there though. Alright guys, please like and subscribe and check out the rest of the content on the channel. Stay tuned for the next episode because it's gonna be crazy, trust and believe me. But until next time, I am Dookie and I will see you later. Okay, so I'm here and I gotta get over here. Okay, I'm closer. Very close. Ready?
I'm ready.
Wait, before we go, there's that Minotaur over there.
Yeah? What about him?
I must challenge him to a fight.
Or we could just go around him.
No! I must fight him. The force is strong with this guy. You will not defeat me.
That was good. Alright, now we can go on with our adventure.
Alrighty. We definitely could have went around him though.
I guess, but I just wanted to fight him. I don't know.
It's your adventure.
Alright, let's go.